Thursday. What's the Thursday upload? It's Wednesday. But that means it's BMX night. It's the BMX show here on. All right, there was a good question in last week's upload of the BMX show that I think the answer could be interesting to anyone who rides bikes, whether you're into BMX or not. So Jason Black says and asks, I am a semi-ambidextrous right-handed person, has been a drummer for a lot of years, and always ride with my right foot back, whether it be on jumps, rollers, etc. But most other right-handed people that he knows are right foot forward. Which is correct and why? That is a good question. So immediately out the gate, being right-handed with a tendency for riding left foot forward, not that weird. As a matter of fact, both Ian and Ryan, who come ride this ramp, are right-handed and ride left foot forward. So to answer your question blankly and directly, no one is wrong. There is no wrong because you're right-handed. You can, whatever your foot stance is what your preferred foot stance is. It just kind of happens. Now, here's where things get a little interesting. And we're gonna build on to what we discussed a little bit last week as to why I'm running a left side drivetrain, why my pegs are on the right. Me being someone who rides right foot forward and spin to the left. Or on the other side, Ryan's bike, right side drive, left side pegs. He's left foot forward and spins to the right. As a bit of a rule, a right foot forward rider will have a tendency to spin into their back foot to the left, and a left foot forward rider will have a tendency to spin to the right into their back foot. That would be typical. That would be the norm. That would be the regular expectation. Being more comfortable turning or spinning into your back foot is considered regular stance on a bike. So it's not like skateboarding where if you're right foot forward, you're goofy stance, and if you're left foot forward, you're considered regular. Whoa. You can have regular stance left or right foot forward, just so long as you're spinning into that back foot. I think I've probably harped on this enough now that you know where this is going. You become a goofy foot stance rider when you spin into your front foot. You didn't really do it for that long. Now, does it matter? No, not really. It's just different. And there's certain tricks that are a little bit harder when your feet are the opposite way of the normal way of trying them. Foot jams are a really good example. I've heard from some goofy footed riders that it's a little bit annoying to try and do foot jams with your back foot coming up to do the trick than how nice it is for everybody else to go up and do a foot jam and have that back foot naturally fall because you don't have the paws pushing on the wheels. It's just little stuff like that. So like some goofy footed riders will actually just do opposite airs, like they'll do an opposite 180 to do certain tricks because it's just easier for their foot placement. Another example of a trick that's difficult for people who are goofy footed is turn downs. It's a trick that involves your back leg to be as straight as you can possibly get it, to be able to fold the bike into yourself. Of course, I'm gonna do one. It's not gonna look as clicked as I just did right now. But for a goofy footed rider to try one of those with their knee bent, you just kind of end up it sort of doesn't work. But the benefit is a lot of goofy footed riders will learn look backs, which look way cooler out of hips, quarters, just everything in general. And it's something that every regular foot rider is a little jealous of. So ultimately, foot stance, it really doesn't matter, but it is super interesting. And actually, speaking of really interesting foot stances, that clip of that look back, that's my friend Corey. You probably recognize him from watching a few of these videos. He's a really special kind of goofy footed, and this will only make sense to BMXers. And I think I'm gonna get this right. Corey is left foot forward, spins to the left. Growing up, he had a preference for grinding on the left, but stalling on the right, of course, because he spins to the left. He later in life decided that running 4 pegs was ridiculous, so he took his preferred grind side pegs off and forced himself to learn right side. So there's a lot going on there. That's a pretty niche subject area of interest, I know. Okay, everyone's gonna be here very shortly for the Wednesday night BMX night session. I'm gonna switch to voiceover mode and we're gonna bring this one home. I hope the goofy footed conversation was interesting. And I hope it was understandable. Yes! Once again, me and the boys finds ourselves again congregating on a Wednesday night. Indoors, a heated BMX ramp, a space needed more than ever after the weekend's blizzard events. Joining in for bike riding tonight, me, Joseph, Ryan, Larry, and, of course, Ian.
What's the thing you want the most in this world right now?
Crack. And I'll be honest, things started out a little slow with this BMX night, but near the end, things really started to fire up. And as always, BMX Night here on Spindat is brought to you by Merit BMX. If you want indestructible parts for your bike, go to the link below and get them. We begin the evening with Terry, who sets the record straight that fakies are not our enemy every single week.
Yes, Larry!
Larry. 15 pins.
Why'd you give up?
But quickly, Gary yields his time to Joe,
I think Joseph's going.
who was honestly putting down. I don't need to add any voiceover context to it. It's just cool stuff happening. Actually, I am going to say something. That 3 to fakie was going to be one of these.
Oh, that's fun.
Which is an absurd, kind of scary, but awesome thing to try on this ramp. But honestly, it's just cool that there's like 1.5 foot of snow on the ground and that we can still make stuff like this happen in February.
That counts. That counts. Hours for it to get started.
And now I, in this vlog, get to follow that up. How fun is that? And in typical me fashion, I decided to try manualing the deck, which I can't do. Doing stuff, I don't know how to do this. It's the scariest thing in the world.
I don't know what to do. I'm so lost. Like, to even begin to get to the corner, I'm like...
Yeah.
I can't try.
So because I managed to manual the deck in less time than what BMX Night usually is, I was able to go on to the next trick that I've been wanting to try for a long time, which was bar, pedal, 270 out.
That'd be cool. That'd be really cool.
And honestly, for me, when it comes to tricks like this, I've got all the skill to be able to do it. I just gotta get the first attempt out of the way, and then usually landing it is right around the corner.
That time you went too forward. Sweaty boy.
I want it so bad.
You do have it. It's just like you just went way too far, yeah. But also too, like you were on top of the deck. Like you didn't go up. Like you just went like forward.
Swellbo.
Swellbo.
It's my line! Oh my god.
And now, Ryan's gonna bring it home, starting off with this foot plant toothpick 3 to fakie that he was trying.
He's gonna do it straight to toothpick, then straight to flare.
You hear that? No. Straight to toothpick. I've never seen you do a toothpick in my life.
He didn't end up getting it tonight, but what a crazy looking trick to even attempt. So I'm putting it in.
No.
That was crazier.
Must be so fun to be good at riding a ramp like you guys. I just come here every week, double pegs,